and verse number 31. And then said Jesus unto those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word. What happens? You do good to be my believers. You do good to believe in me. But that level we cannot relate very well. I wish you to upgrade. I require you to come up. And what is going to make you come up is that you need to continue in my word. If you continue in my word, what happens? You now become my disciples. So, getting saved does not make you a disciple. Oh. Hey. Now that you have saved, you have not become a disciple yet. Oh. You know, it's not by assumption. It's by understanding. Huh? It is not by assumption. It's by understanding. And so, Jesus is telling the Jews, being my believers, we thank God for that. But see, me, I don't work with believers. I work with disciples. And so if you want to be a disciple, you have to begin operating the word. You have to be a word addict. Many people don't love the word of God. They love stories. That's why if you look at how many comments, Facebook comments, Instagram comments you have read, and Reels comments that you have read since Monday, they are more than the verses you have read. True or false? Eh? Yes. Because the word of God is not just something to read. It is the equiper. It is the converter of men from just believers to disciples. You see, if you remain as a believer, you can believe anything. Eh? You know, you have faith in you. So anything that is said, you are going to believe it. Faith comes by hearing. And so anything you hear, if you hear music, you are going to believe what music has said. You hear news, you are going to believe what news has said. You hear gossip, you are going to believe what gossip has said. That is the realm of believers. It's a dangerous one. It is actually the childish level of Christianity, being a believer. You need to upgrade into a disciple, which is now our level number 2. When you approach God, you can approach him as a believer, or you can approach him as a disciple. Now, who is a disciple? A follower. He is a learner. He is a student. You understand? Huh? Ni mtu ambaye anafundishwa, mtu ambaye anatrainiwa, mtu ambaye anakuwa empowered, ni mtu ambaye anaendelea kusukwa, mtu ambaye anaendelea kupigwa msasa. Unanielewa? Anafundishwa, anapewa instructions, anachukua. Now, this is mtu ambaye anaendelea kusukwa, mtu ambaye anaendelea kupigwa msasa. Unanielewa? Anafundishwa, anapewa instructions, anachukua. Now, this is where what we usually do like training comes in. What we are trying to do is that we are trying to disciple you. We are discipling. Ukisikia kwamba kuna mkutano ama kuna training ya ministers, you need to be the first, because you are coming to be discipled. You are coming to be taught the ethics of ministry. You are coming to be given the standards of ministry. You are coming to be empowered with the protocols and principles of ministry. You understand? So this is the level where you begin to walk with Jesus. Jesus was not walking with believers. He moved with disciples. You understand? And disciples were there to work. Oh. So many disciples that don't want to work. You tell them, go to Capernaum. They say, we don't have fare. You tell them, we want now to go fasting on Mount Olive. They say it is cold, we don't have blanket. We are used to duvet. Eh? They are not disciples. You understand? You need to get to a point where when you enroll into discipleship, you take instructions. Huh? Tukisema ya kwamba tuna ibada ya jioni, Hausemi ya kwamba ndio masaa ya Mr. kuja nyumbani. Mr. utakuwa naye usiku mzima. Unanielewa? Lakini tu mwezi ama hii wiki tunafunga. A disciple understands that is part of his making. And ataanza kuhakikisha ya kwamba amefika katika huo mfungo. Hasemi yani bwana mimi ikifika saa 5 nasikia njaa imenizidi. A disciple is ready to be trained. Oh my. Look at John chapter 15 verse 8. John, herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. So shall ye be my disciples. The demand on the shoulders of disciples is that they have to release increase. Another demand. And you are the only one we know from your lineage. If you are really a disciple, you need to bring us fruits. You understand? Tunataka tuone na watu wengine. Kwani wewe unaishi peke yako unakokaa? Unaishi peke yako? Unafanya kazi peke yako? Is that you do what? You bear much fruit. You cannot be coming here in this church for the last 3 years and you are the only one we know from your lineage. Men shall know that ye are my disciples. You have loved one to another. You see now? You have loved one to another. You see now? As a disciple, mambo yameanza kuongezeka. Ya kwamba now much fruit sawa. But also you have to love one another. Sasa huwezi kuwa wewe hausalimiani. Ndio Pastor Masha amesumbuka hapa asubuhi tuongelesha mambo ya Yodia ambaye hawaelewani na mwenzie. Ipo kanisani, ipo humu, unaelewa? Lakini unasema mbona sisi wote ni ministers, tunaenda ministers class. Lakini unapofika ministers class, huyo dada anayekukaribisha kwa mlango hautaki mambo yake, hauna appetite na yeye, lakini unasema tunaenda wapi? Mbinguni. Tunaenda wapi? Mbinguni. Tutafika. Ikiwa sisi ni wanafunzi wa Yesu and we want to approach God as disciples, we must approach him having no issues with people.